And so it goes. The U.S. uses military action to right the wrongs of its past military action, this time to stop the advance of ISIS.
The small group of killers with the ability to do terrible harm.
But is there another way? Perhaps. Here are 4 alternatives to bombing ISIS.
It is in the national security interests of the United States to respond to the Assad regime's use of chemical weapons through a targeted military strike.
Sure, there was that close call a year ago, but the U.S. has stopped short of intervening directly in Syria until now. With ISIS, Obama is actually helping the very guy he wants gone. That is awkward. Even though at the same time the U.S. is dishing out more dough to the acceptable Syria rebels. Problem is, those acceptable or moderate rebels aren't such a solid group, and not all the rebels are homies with Uncle Sam. The bigger issue, the Syrian conflict will not be resolved on the battlefield. That's what this guy told the UN earlier in September. He says the reason ISIS has gotten so strong is because the international community has been sleeping on the Syrian conflict. Let's go back to Iraq, where ISIS hails from. One reason it's been able to gain influence is because the Iraqi government has little. Corruption and dividing people have been its specialties. It is Shia and has persecuted Sunnis, pushing some toward the extremes of ISIS. The new Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi has promised to address these divisions, but the proof has yet to be seen. In the meantime, corruption and the Shia-Sunni divide have made the Iraqi army weak. It's mostly Shia, very disorganized, and has shown it'd rather retreat than die at ISIS's hands. Instead of this hot mess, maybe the US should make good on its promise and promote real democracy? ISIS is the wealthiest terrorist group in history, and its members are well paid. Initially, it got funds from wealthy individual donors in Gulf states, who were throwing money at anyone who might get rid of Assad. It also has a knack for robbing banks, but now it gets its cash from selling oil from the fields it has control over. We're talking $2 million a day. It controls 60% of Syria's oil and sells it to smugglers from Turkey and even right back to the Syrian government itself. The group also deals arms, collects ransoms from kidnappings, and uses extortion to make even more money. But if no one bought their oil or paid their ransoms, ISIS's strength could run dry. US bombing may stop ISIS for now, but it could end up putting more quarters into the whack-a-mole game known as the War on Terror. So why not play a different game? Diplomacy? Diplomacy in the region means bringing everyone to the table. Yes, everyone. And not just to talk war, but everything we just went over. Cutting funding and weapons, helping Iraq get it together, and negotiating an end to the Syrian civil war. Add to that humanitarian aid for Syrian refugees, and maybe, just maybe, you've got yourself a plan that doesn't require blowing things up. What do you think? Want more? Download the AJ Plus mobile app and join the conversation. Available in your app store now.